I nearly pooped my pants this morning. That's the subject of today's show. But how pooping your pants, or the feeling of almost pooping your pants, is very similar to really good goal setting. I had a really cool experience. I'm here on Clearwater Beach this morning, and today's a video episode, so if you haven't, if you're listening to this on audio, make sure you go check out the video. You're gonna see a really great full moon over the ocean here in Clearwater, Florida. Voted the #1 beach in the country, I believe. All right, talk to you in a bit.
Cowboy.
Welcome to a daily dose of greatness quest with your host Trevor Crane, my daddy. He is going to help you take your life and business to the next level.
Here I come to save the day.
Trevor Crane here, 11-time #1 best-selling author and the founder of Epic Author Publishing, coming to you live every day so you can plug in every day to build your ideal business so you can live your ideal life.
If my daddy can do it, then anybody can do it because he's a weirdo.
You're supposed to make me sound cool. So welcome back. I'm having a real hard time finding a beautiful place for you to see the beach and for there to be enough light in my face we can capture today. But this is about as good as I can do it right now because there's there's blowers here on the beach because they want to make the beach real pretty in the morning. And I guess when when I was out here at 4 a.m. or just after 5 a.m. doing my workout, nobody was here. Now that it's like at 6 a.m., I've got too much noise. So the subject for today was about how I almost pooped my pants. Now the interesting thing about this feeling and about what I just went through when I had to walk from about here to that hotel, needing to go to the bathroom really, really badly. And I know this is totally disgusting, but stay with me here. I was up this morning talking to myself, thinking about the new goals I have and trying to challenge myself. And I came up with a goal that scares the shit out of me. And I was just asking myself questions about whether or not I really wanted to get this done. And then I made this decision. I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it even if I fail. And fuck that. I didn't actually want to talk about the failure part. I'm scared of failing. I'm scared of looking stupid. I have these resistance stories that showed up for me that make me feel like I don't want to get it done. That I don't want to make the declaration. That I don't want to talk to you about it right now. And so the thing is, as I started to listen to myself on what I was scared of when it came to this commitment, and I'm going to make the public commitment today that I'm going to get this done, is that I created this big goal in my head, and the next thing that happened was I physically felt like I was going to shit my pants. Now in this case, this is a reality because I was out this morning exercising and running before oh my God, I got all this background noise. We've got another street machine that's coming up here I gotta move away from. I'm gonna go down to the beach, even though you're not going to see me as well. I don't care, I wanna have the sound better. So I made this decision that I'm gonna get it on and I'm gonna do this goal. I'm going to set this goal. I'm going to make it a public declaration. And I'm going to make it happen. And the next thing that happened was I felt like I was going to shit my pants. Now, I had to do this walk to that hotel with the feeling like I was going to poop myself. Now, what happened for me was very interesting. When's the last time you had to go to the bathroom that badly? Like, what are the physical sensations that go through you? Like for me, it was very interesting because I think it actually parallels the fear that comes up for me when I have to make this declaration to you and tell you that I'm going to go for the goal. So what happened with the pooping myself sensation? So here's the thing, I couldn't run to the bathroom. Because if I was to run frantically to the restroom, I would have definitely shit my pants. And so what happened is I turned all of my energy and attention to walking with absolute purpose, physical, like one step after the other, just very direct. And I didn't care about walls or or whether or not I was walking on the sidewalk path. All I did was focus on just one step in front of the other and trying to get to my destination. And I knew that I could go back to my hotel room and use the restroom. But I also thought that there might be a I found a detour. So my first detour I went to was a public restroom on the beach. I thought, it's 5:30 in the morning now. They must have a restroom open. I was wrong. So although I was walking with purpose and I knew exactly what I wanted, and I was physically sick to my stomach, turn this around, physically sick to my stomach. and I don't know if you ever felt this way, like I got cold. I'm here in Florida, it's sweaty, it's hot. I just finished a 2 or 3 mile run and I'm hot, and then next thing I know, I'm getting the shivers and I'm putting my shirt on because I'm getting cold. This is a similar sensation to what I feel about having to commit to the big goal that I'm going to follow through with and make happen no matter what. And it's scary for me to even say that right now. It's easier for me to talk to you about shitting my pants than it is to go ahead and even tell you what the goal was. But I wasn't done yet because that public restroom didn't work. So then I go into the Hilton over there and I'm like, well, there must be a restroom on the first level. In fact, I knew there was one by the swimming pool, so I took my second detour. That was wrong. The doors again were locked. So I got to 2 restrooms that were locked. So on the path to getting to my goal, in this case, just being able to go to the bathroom, I rushed up the elevator, I got to my room, but I had to take 2 detours that took me in the wrong direction that slowed me down. And I eventually made it, and I did not poop my pants. You're welcome. But what happened was the sensation. Again, I'm just talking to you about physically what happened. When's the last time you had to go that badly? Like what it felt like to get all that shit out. It was awesome. And I know that we're not supposed to talk about this shit, literally, but to just dump all that shit out felt freaking great. My queasiness went away. My cold sweats went away, and I immediately felt better. So the reason I'm sharing this with you today is I'm having this feeling that when you set a big goal, it just might scare the shit out of you, and that might be the exact thing that you need. And I now know that it's entirely possible. I'm gonna go through all kinds of uncomfort, discomfort, cold sweats, fear, sick to my stomach, wanting to shit myself while I go after my goal. So what's my goal? My goal is in the next 90 days to make $1 million. And I started a podcast a year and a half ago, I think, maybe, yeah, about that, with a friend of mine named Jess Toddfeld. And the subject was race to 7 figures. And he and I didn't say that we were currently making 7 figures in our business. We were close. Or at least that's what we said, that we were close. There's a cop, like a beach cop right there driving by. But what happened is, after doing about 10 of these episodes or something like that, I stopped recording them. And I stopped recording them and I didn't publish them yet because I recognized I didn't want to start publishing something that I wasn't currently committed to doing. Like I gave it lip service, but I didn't make the kind of commitment I'm making right now. So here's the thing. I just had a coaching call with some of my mentors recently, and they wanted to know exactly where I was financially. And I'll admit to you that I didn't have any idea. Ever since I filed my bankruptcy, I haven't been counting my money. It was scary to look at the reality, scary for a long time to look at a debt that was piling up, and a $2.2 million bankruptcy made me feel bad. And that's a story I've been telling myself, and that money didn't matter, and I didn't want to look at it, and I don't get emotional about money, which is total bullshit. I get totally emotional about money. I get so emotional about money, I don't even have the courage to look at it. So before I jumped on this coaching call with my mentor, I asked my wife, who counts our money, this year, and I honestly had no idea. But that is not a number that I'm inspired by. That's not a number that I'm proud of. And at the same time, as I started setting a goal this morning for me that I'm committed to making $1 million in the next 12 months, I thought what a cool story it would be for me and for my family, and what it would do for just my belief about anything is possible if I was to do it in the next 90 days, currently. And so this is that scary feeling of being very direct with you about where I'm at 100% and what I'm committed to making happen. And I have no idea how I'm gonna generate $1 million in the next 90 days. I just know that I will grow like a motherfucker in the process of trying to make that goal happen. And I'm excited by it, and it scares me to death. I don't want to admit to you the facts of where I'm at. I don't want to admit to them to myself. I didn't want to acknowledge the fact that I wasn't counting my money or looking at the reality of where things were. I'm not proud of the number that I made. I mean, there was a time in my life when that would be a very happy number to make anywhere close to where I want to be. And I asked a follow-up question, because this is not just about the money. My son is almost 8 months old now, I think, or will be soon. And my daughter's 11. And I want to instill a belief in them that they can do anything. And what I realized is that they'll never frickin' believe me if I'm not committed to believing in myself that I can do anything. And so that's it. I'm on my race to 7 figures. I don't know how I'm gonna get there. I have some mentors I can work with, and I can finally draw the line in the sand and say I'm committed to making that happen. And we'll see where the journey takes us. And I know that this walk to the restroom, this wasn't frantic. It was very direct. If I didn't get to the bathroom, it would have been an ugly story. So I know that there's going to be parts of that in my future over the next 3 months that it's going to be scary, and I'll be queasy and get cold sweats. But you know what? This morning, I had success. I made it. And right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna strip off all my clothes. I might keep my underthings on, and I'm gonna go swimming in that ocean underneath that full moon. And I'm sorry that I couldn't have better light for you this morning, although it looks like it's night. And I'm not gonna apologize about the shitty context to today's episode, because my challenge for you would be to try to set a goal that scares the shit out of you. And that's what I'm doing. And we'll see what happens. Make today magnificent, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
To get even more awesomeness, which means all my best stuff, download my app by texting Trevor to 36260. It will show up right on your cell phone. Just text message the word Trevor to 36260. Talk to you soon.